Good day all and welcome to this post-match press conference of the third T20 International, this time between West Indies women and India women. Today we have West Indies women's assistant coach Robert Samuels with us. Please raise your hands and we shall go in chronological order. Gomesh, you're up first. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Hard luck on the result today. What were the kind of discussions the team was having midway during the match? Where was the team happy with the total that was on board to chase?
No, not at all. India, I think, got away with some bad feeling, a big miss. We had the captain dropped before she got going, so I thought they got too many runs on the board at that stage, and then Matthews didn't get to open because she had a slight injury. She came in at number 4. She batted well enough to get to 30 not out, but we need her to bat as many overs as possible for us to chase down any total. So not happy with where we are at the moment. The batting is still a bit of a worry, as we all know, and we are trying to get that sorted before we go into the big thing, which is the World Cup.
One more from my India, on the contrary to West Indies, India used the spinners really well and bowled a lot of spin, in fact, whereas someone like Karishma Ramarag, who took a wicket in her first over, did not bowl after the first over. Is there anything that you would want to revisit from the bowling tactical point of view?
She got a wicket, but I thought she didn't bowl a good over. This is the second game that she's only bowling 1 over. And not that the captain is using her tactically poor. It's just that she's not bowling well. She went for 9 off 1 in the first game, and then she went for 13, I think, today. She's just not bowling well, and she has to get it right. So we saw the spinners from India bowling well, and then she's just not bowling well. So it's not a tactical decision. She wasn't penetrative. She got a wicket, yes. She wasn't bothering any of the batters, and she didn't bowl well, so the captain didn't use her again. And those decisions, the captain is on the field and she has to make a call on the field. It's T20, it is fast, it is furious, it is quick, it's a split decision, it's a split-second decision, and that is what was made. So it is what it is.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gomesh. Gavin, you're up next.
Hi, good evening, Coach. Just a quick question. Given this start that the ladies are off to in that run chase, 25 for 3, we're at least pleased at the fact that they were able to battle the 20 overs and show some sort of fight towards the end?
Right now, it's not a matter of batting out the 20 overs. Yes, you want to bat all the overs, but it's a total that we're putting on the board that I'm not happy with. So I cannot say I'm happy with batting out 20 overs when we're scoring 110 or we're scoring 97. That will not win you any game. We have to put bigger scores on the board. So it's about batting out the 20 overs, but scoring at more than 6 runs per over, 7 runs or more per over to get to a total that we can either defend or get a total that we can chase down. So happy batting on the 20 overs, okay, that's okay, but not happy with the total that we're getting.
Coach, given the current run of form of the team, I mean, we saw what happened with the England series and now off to a slow start in this series. How, as part of the coaching staff, how do you rally the girls, try to get them out of that sort of slump?
Well, you rally them by being positive, by staying positive, by encouraging them, try to get them to play their best game every single game, try to get their confidence up and try to keep the confidence up. I think we are seeing a difference between between playing against England and playing here in South Africa. The spirit is high. It's a new captain. Let me backtrack a bit. It's a new captain, it's a new era. We're trying to do different things to get the players and encourage. We're trying to be positive, stay positive, to encourage them, try to get them to play their best game, as I mentioned earlier. Try to get them to be bold, to be brave, to be fearless. And that is what we're trying to do. So no negativity, just all positiveness, all positivity, and try to get them to go out there and play their best game each and every game.
Coach, my final question to you. This now means the game against South Africa pretty much must win. You have a few days to try to work things out. What are some of the things you'll probably be working on?
We're consistently and constantly working on the batting. We are constantly trying to get a opening play because we know how important the start is. We're trying to get the middle batters to come good, to bat longer, to run harder between the wickets, just to do the basic stuff. And I think once we do the basic stuff better, we are going to get bigger scores. So some of the things we will be working with is what we have always been working with. Try to encourage the ladies to go out there and just put their best foot forward, just to be a little bit more positive in their stroke play, a little bit more aggressive in their thought, and a little bit more in the execution. I think our biggest problem is out in the middle, where the planning and execution is just not happening. But we're in the net, we're trying to do as much middle practice as possible. And that's one of the things that we have encouraged, try to get to go out there in the middle to let them get more middle practice, because this is something that we don't get regularly in the Caribbean. And in South Africa, we have gotten that. So we're trying to utilize that to the best of our abilities and get the girls going. So it's not an easy road. I mean, when you lose someone like a Datin, when you do not have a Stephanie Taylor, and then you have the captain, Haley Matthews, not scoring the big runs, it's going to be a hard task to chase down any total. But little by little, Haley's getting into some form. Minnie has gotten 2 scores so far. Minnie Campbell has gotten 2 scores so far on this tour, a practice game, and then today. So little by little, we're trying to get things going. And hopefully, by the time we get to the World Cup, we'll be all right. Yes, it's a try series. We want to do well, but we have to start winning games first before we decide that we want to win a try series. So for me, it's just to look at where the players are batting, look to see where they fit best, and then get them ready in those positions for the big one, which is the World Cup.
Thank you, Coach.
Sudarshan, we'll take one from you and then we'll switch over so that India can do theirs.
Thanks, Nasra. I wanted to know what was the thinking behind pushing Haley Matthews down the order, because West Indies are not yet kind of established their openers. We've been seeing a bit of musical chairs at the top of the order. So what was the thinking behind pushing Matthews down the order, please?
Haley had a slight accident when she came off the field. She had a slight ankle injury, so she was being treated for that. Her ankle was being wrapped, and then she was ready to go at number 4. So it wasn't a tactical decision to put her at number 4. It was just accidental.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Stay on, and Smriti Mandana will join from India.
Yeah, we have with us Smriti Mandana.
Mandana.
Yeah, so you can go ahead, please. Who wants to go first? Yeah, Gomesh.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Hi, Smriti. This is Gomesh from New Indian Express. Congrats, well played today. Just wanted to ask, has there been any kind of change in the way you've been feeling regarding your batting, since the England or the Australia trip, where, you've been in great touch since the Commonwealth Games. Is there any change from there to now? How are you feeling with respect to your batting?
Was I not batting well before that?
Not necessarily, but you said you found your touch just when you reached England. Was referring to that.
Okay. Yeah, no, but firstly, thank you. And yeah, I think before Commonwealth, definitely I had some time to actually go back and practice a lot in my batting, which I had to work on. And definitely before that, there are few things in my batting, like it was not about scoring or not scoring, but the kind of feel you get. And so that was somewhere I wasn't feeling 100% with my batting. But before Commonwealth, definitely I felt that, okay, I am actually timing the ball the way actually I want to. And yeah, since then I'm just trying to work on it, build on it, watch the videos so that I know that this is what has been working for me, and try and stretch it as much as I can.
Also, one of the things you mentioned, in the post-match presentation is try not to attack every ball. It's something very different from the way we have seen you bat in recent times, where you have often led the charge in the power play. Is this something that's a conscious decision, especially in the absence of Shefali and Richa, where you have to take a bit of extra more responsibility or something like that?
Well, nothing to do with the absence, but yeah, we did just actually finish the Australia series, which was a pretty heavy scoring series where we were both the teams were touching 180, 190, and that's how the wicket was the ground. Conditions in Mumbai were different, and that's why I had to actually go after balls. It depends on what conditions I'm actually batting, so it's not like regarding like how I am actually in my mind. So that's what the mistake I did in the first match, that we didn't really know that the wicket is going to play in that way, and we went in the same fashion. But definitely we saw the South Africa versus West Indies match as well as our match, so we had to learn from our mistakes and understand that building a inning is going to be really important on this wicket and not just going after every ball. So yeah, I think really depends on how the wicket is playing and how the condition and what is the pass score on that wicket. I think that's something I've been working on, trying to be a little mature about it. So still a work in progress.
Thank you and all the best for the next game.
Thank you.
Yes, Sajil, you can go ahead.
Smriti, this is Sajil from ICA Sports. Well played today. I just wanted to ask, you guys have had 2 brilliant games. How is the overall morale in the camp going into the World Cup?
Yeah, I think we had a good Australia series before coming here. Got to learn a lot. Definitely, we couldn't win the series, but it was a good learning experience for the whole team in terms of what's working and what's not. And definitely after the first match, we all were really confident, and the preparations are also going really well. So yeah, the whole unit and the camp is very confident about how they actually want to play cricket and lead up to the World Cup.
Have you got any personal goals that you would like to achieve during the World Cup?
Well, nothing really. I think personal goals, maybe winning the World Cup trophy is the team goal. But personally, whatever I could do for the team, but there's nothing like having a personal goal and putting additional pressure on myself. Just trying to work, as I said, it's a work in progress with the batting also. And yeah, I'm just taking one day at a time and trying to be in the best touch as I can, and really not thinking that far.
Yeah,
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Sudarshanan, you can go ahead.
Thanks, Maruf. Hi, Smriti. Well played today. Couple of questions regarding the bowling combination. We haven't seen Renuka Singh yet. Is she 100% yet? And are India's kind of centering around, placing their bowling order more around spin? Because we've just seen one seam bowler in Shikha Pandey apart from Amanjot Kaur. So can you give us an insight about that? Plus Renuka Singh?
Yeah, I think Renuka is out of like she's fine now with her health, but we don't want to really hurry up in for her to play a game. So she's just coming on the ground and trying to get herself again, match fit, because she's now just recovered from her fever. So that's about Renuka, and yeah, I think totally depends on the conditions actually. So as we came here first match, and when we saw the wicket is pretty dry, that's how we thought that okay, maybe spinners will play a better role, or maybe we play in Cape Town or somewhere else, and the wicket suits pacers. Maybe the combination will look different, because this time we have a lot of options in to select in terms of pacers or spinners, what combination we have to go. So it really will depend on how the conditions and the wicket is playing.
And lastly, can you give us an insight about your preparation? Because the Australia series was more centered around flat tracks and hitting through the line, etc. But here you have to had to play on slow turning wickets. How did you kind of modify or kind of prepare ahead of this series?
Well, of course, before coming here, we didn't really expect that we're going to get this sort of wicket, because South Africa generally you get good bouncy wickets. But yeah, I think for me, more than the preparation, it's about my thinking and how I go about my batting when I'm actually out there. So definitely it changes if in terms of strike rates, of what strike rate I need to focus on playing on this sort of wicket, and what my team needs from me. So when the flat track is there, we know that we are going to aim at 180, 190 to actually have a good score on the board, and that's how my game will be at that time. And when we know that 145 to 150 is going to be a good score on this sort of wicket, so I have to actually bat in that manner. So just depends on the mindset. I just have to change the mindset.
Thank you and good luck.
Yeah, Anisha, you can go ahead.
Thanks, Maruf. Hi, Smriti. A quick word on the fever, please. Can you specify how many players were actually grounded by the illness and what it really was? Because Amanjot couldn't really specify much about the illness and how many players were affected by it.
Well, six. Yeah, six, I think, before the first match, we're down with fever, but nothing in specific. It was just the weather here. I think there's something in the weather. Even we heard a lot from the locals that there's some viral stuff in the weather, and it's nothing serious. It just like took 1 or 2 days for them to actually get over the fever. So yeah, like it was not like an illness. I think it's just that adapting to these conditions, to South African conditions, it was a little hard because the condition and the weather was very different here. So I think it was more to do with that. And yeah, I think everyone's really out now with and everyone's fine now. Just about getting everyone match fit, because we don't want to rush a lot of players because we have a World Cup coming up.
Thanks. And a word on your batting, please. We are starting to see the not outs become more frequent. Is that something you're consciously working on?
Well, not many times. I think you, as an opener, you get an opportunity to be not out, and definitely not working on being not out, because that's definitely not a goal as a batter. It's about what you can do for your team and what better you can better batting you can do for the team. So definitely that has never played on my mind that I have to be not out or something. But yeah, it's a different feeling. It's a new feeling to be not out. Not many times, as I said, I've been not out. But yeah, I think, as I said, I think just depends. Like if the team wants me to actually go hard, in that process, I'm going to lose my wicket. So we have it's a thin line about what I can do for the team, or I have to be not out, and I will definitely choose what I can do for the team over being not out. So even now, I don't think that that's going to be playing on my mind when I'm out there, that I have to be not out. I think still, if the ball is to be hit and the team needs the score, I'll still go for it. Maybe I'll get a 6 or 4, or maybe I'll get out.
And final one, since that super over innings of yours, I can leave the floor to the other journalists if there's no time.
No, Anisha, you can carry.
Thanks. Since that super over performance, have you revisited that innings of yours, and when you started preparing for this tour and the World Cup, is that super over innings and that match itself something that you have tried going back to and get the best out of in terms of your memories?
No, not really. I think I'm more of a person to be in the present, and definitely it's a good feeling what had happened. But I could, for me, what I see is that what I could do for the team in the next 3 matches, I couldn't do. And that is more disappointing than actually playing that one inning. So definitely I haven't really gone and seen the whole, maybe not seen the match again. Maybe just that particular day I would have seen that match, but not after that. Because I think staying in present and what I can do for the next day, or in terms of practice or matches, I think that's somehow it's a defect, and that's how I think. But yeah, I think it will be good someday, maybe post the women's IPL. We have a few months off. Maybe that is a good time to actually go and revisit those innings, and not, I think, in between a series or for preparation of a World Cup.
Thanks, Smriti and Maruf.
Yeah, Kalyani, you can go ahead.
At both level.
Thank you. Hello, Smriti. First of all, congratulations on your innings today. Fantastic one. Apart from your series, have you had any opportunity to look into the Under-19 World Cup, especially the India's campaign, and what message you have for Indian players here?
Well, I think we all have been following their journey Under-19 World Cup very closely. Haven't really, we try and actually watch it on that app, but definitely the accesses are a bit difficult. We're trying to tune in as much as we can, but really being live on the scorecard about what's happening. And I think the whole group, we keep discussing. Okay, we are playing of course Under-19, but it's about we are playing this team today, and we all are really excited for the girls. And I think they're playing a really good brand of cricket. I think they have the highest total in the World Cup by any team. So that actually, sets sets, shows what kind of brand of cricket they are playing, and it's just good to see the kind of energy they have on the field, especially after wickets. So wishing them really, like all the very best for the next matches. We all are really following and hoping we get the cup back.
Thank you and all the best for your rest of the series.
Thank you.
Sajin, you can go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Shruti. Congratulations on your innings. I just wanted to know what do you make of the comeback of Shika Pandey? How do you assess her performance today? She bowled in the power play as well as in the death overs.
Well, really happy for Shikadi that she's come back, and I think she bowled amazingly well for someone to come back after some time off and try and bowl that way. I think it was just amazing, and the whole team was really behind her, backing her. We all were really trying to cheer every ball for her, because we all were really happy for her, and just to see her last 4-5 days also, it's just, yeah, I'm really happy for her, and proud that she's coming back, and you can see the kind of efforts she's putting even in her fielding. I think it's just brilliant to watch.
Also, just wanted to know just about Radha Yadav. She had a tough time in recent times, and she had a good spell today. So how do you see her performance coming back from some in different form?
Yeah, definitely. I think in last series also she had a few good overs, and then she was getting hit. But the way she has actually bowled in the last match also, and also in this match, yeah, definitely a good confidence boosting for her and also for the team, because she's an important bowler in terms of all the spinners are really important, and her confidence, being in a confident place, is very important for the team. So really happy that she's actually come back and bowled well in the last 2 matches.
Thank you. All the best for the rest of the matches.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.